Ever been to a new place, say a foreign country or society, and everything feels so strange, so different from what you're used to? Don't worry, what you're experiencing is culture shock. And in this video, I'll be discussing 6 culture shocks for expats and tourists in South Korea from a Nigerian perspective. And if you stick with me to the end, I'll be adding a bonus tip that will probably shock you the most, especially if you come from a Nigerian type of society. So stick with me and enjoy. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, then it's a great pleasure to meet you. You are watching Cherechiike, and I hope you consider clicking on that subscribe button and join this peaceful and loving YouTube community. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you for your steady support. It doesn't go unnoticed. The first culture shock on my list is safety. The crime rate in South Korea is much lower compared to so many countries, especially Nigeria, since I'm speaking from the Nigerian perspective. For instance, in South Korea, if you are in a cafe or restaurant and you wish to use the restroom or you want to place an order, you could freely leave your expensive phone, your laptop, or even your wallet in the public space, and when you're back, the likelihood of any of your items being stolen is slim to none. Also, walking alone late at night is considerably safe. For instance, I can choose to step out of my home as late as 2 a.m. and I'll feel free to walk down to the nearest shop and get anything I want and walk back home. This is something surely I cannot try back home. Now, this level of security is largely made possible because of the number of security cameras scattered all over the place. It is almost impossible to find a public space or street in South Korea without the CCTV. I believe strongly this is something that could be replicated in some countries to help curb crime rates. 2. Beauty standards and obsession. In case you don't know, South Korea is the plastic surgery capital of the world. It is extremely common and less pricey to get a plastic surgery here. There is high standard and heavy value placed on looks in the Korean society. Some of these beauty standards are slim figure, small face, V-shaped jaw, flawless skin, pale skin, straight eyebrows, large eyes, and many more. And guess what? It is so common here that even parents could gift their child a plastic surgery section as, say, a birthday gift or something.
Oh, you don't have straight eyebrows. Oh, come on. Go fix it.
Most Koreans are on a strict diet in order to maintain that slim figure. I really want to say especially the ladies, but trust me, both the ladies and the guys, they all struggle to maintain these beauty standards. And it might interest you to know that it is very common for Korean men to apply light makeup. I'm talking about foundation, eye pencil, eyeliner, lipstick, and the likes. Also, as a foreigner, you can get compliments if you have big eyes and small face. 3. Pali culture. In Korea, everything moves very fast. Pali could be translated as quick, fast. For instance, if you wish to get on a bus, do yourself some good and get to the bus stand earlier. Once the bus arrives, move in quickly, pay, and get a seat immediately. Now, if you're not able to do all this in a matter of seconds, the bus could keep moving even before you get yourself a seat. Peradventure you miss the bus, please do not bother waving at the bus to stop. Kindly wait for the next bus, which luckily could come in the next few minutes. So before you go anywhere, you can check the destination on your map. It will show you which vehicle is going to where and at what time it will leave and the expected time it will get to your destination. And 99% of the time, you always get to your destination at the appointed time. The positive part of this Pali culture is that there is almost no delay in anything. You get to your destination at an expected time, your food deliveries and orders get to you within a short period of time, and so on. But the downside is that it creates a toxic and stressful environment, which affects people's mental and physical health as well as their social life. 4. Language barrier. This shouldn't be a culture shock per se, for obvious reasons. I mean, it's Korea, the language is Korean. But what shocks me the most is the manner in which a Korean speaks his or her language to a foreigner, expecting them to maybe automatically understand whatever they are saying. And it doesn't matter if you're a day old in Korea. For instance, even when you go to an office in charge of handling affairs of foreigners, you will find it very difficult to communicate because most of them speak little or no English. Therefore, to save yourself from this type of experience, it's best to start learning basic Korean language before coming to Korea. You could use apps like Learn Korean, Duolingo. I actually like Duolingo a lot. You could use it to learn so many other languages. So feel free to grab yourself some of these apps and learn at least basic Korean language. You can also get apps that could help you to translate from one language to another. Things like Google Translate, Papago, and the rest. It's also good to know that some Koreans speak really good English, but it's not common like in other countries. Also, when you get closer to some of them, you will realize that most of them can't really speak English, but for some reasons, they just don't use the language. I'm guessing maybe out of shyness, just like any other person that's learning a new language, you might find it difficult to express yourself in the new language because you wouldn't want to make a mistake. 5. You still need to wear masks, even after COVID. In Korea, there is often yellow dust particles in the air, which affects air quality and not so good for your health. Yellow dust can cause eye, skin, respiratory conditions. And this yellow dust is especially bad during spring and when it rains. Therefore, wearing masks is somewhat part of the daily life in Korea. Even after COVID, people will keep wearing them just as they usually did before COVID. 6. Food. Food is likely one of my biggest culture shocks in South Korea, and you could feel the same way as a foreigner. Before coming to South Korea, get yourself ready, get your palate ready to taste a new and different culinary of the Asian world, especially that of South Korea. So far, I've indulged myself in experiencing and enjoying the different savory dishes here in South Korea. And I do have a playlist on my channel, Trying Korean Foods. Here you watch videos of me trying Korean foods, including my reviews on them. You might really want to watch all the videos on that playlist, as it will help you as someone who plans to live in Korea, or maybe you're just coming as a tourist. I will add a link in the description below. Ta-da! We've come to the end of this video. Oh no, I know I promised you a bonus point if you stick to the end. Please, if you haven't so far, do it, click on that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Now, the bonus point which I said could probably shock you the most, especially if you're a Nigerian or you live in a Nigerian type of society, is greeting. In Nigeria, it is considered good manners and an act of respect to greet people whenever and wherever you meet them. You don't need to be familiar with them before you exchange greetings. On the other hand, in Korea, I personally observed it is not common to greet and expect a response from people.
I've tried so many times to greet people while walking on the roadside, and so many times I received silence for a response.
Now, I'm not sure if this is something cultural to them or some kind of a new development with this modern society we live in today. But whichever be the case, that has been my observation so far. And I must say, it hurts my feelings at times because I'm so used to the normal way of, passing and exchanging warm pleasantries with people on the way, strangers, family members, friends, and whoever. It's not the same here. You could easily exchange pleasantries with a Korean maybe from a place, your school, your church, or whatever place you get to meet them. You can easily, say hello to them when you meet them outside. But in my observation so far, it's a lot difficult to greet and get a response from a total stranger you meet on the way, unlike in Nigeria. So these are the 6 or 7 culture shocks you could experience as an expat or a tourist in South Korea from a Nigerian and my personal perspective. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section which of these culture shocks is most shocking to you and which of them can you relate to. Also, if I observe that you all enjoyed watching this video so much, judging from the number of likes and comments on this video, then I might do a part 2. Trust me, there are lots more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.